Did you?
Nope, I ain't leave yet.
Okay. Well, we told me to call you. I guess he got some of the cost cans for you.
Yeah, you got them with you?
Yeah, I got them.
All right, I'll be there in an hour to grab them.
Sounds good.
Today we here at Yahki Awaken Farms, and we pruning and we trimming back our berry bushes. We left our berry bushes unattended for about 3 years, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna prune them back. But before we prune these things back, we got to give y'all some knowledge and information on how to prune them. First, you got to know your berries. As you can see, we still got old berries on here from last year. We produced so many berries last year that we wasn't able to harvest them all. It was thousands of berries. If you look, you have two types of canes when it comes to berries. You have a Primocane, and then you have something called a Floricane. The Primocane usually come in every year, and it comes in green. It comes in green, but the only thing it does is it buds a flower and a leaf, but it never gives off a fruit. Then all of a sudden the next year, because every 2 years you yield fruit from them, next year it becomes a Floricane, and you see that it start producing berries. So once it becomes a Floricane, after you harvest your berries, you're supposed to immediately prune it and trim it back, which we didn't do. So now we got to do a double pruning job. But I want to show y'all something. If you look real close, you see that this actual cane looks dead, but it's not. And I talked about this a little minute ago. You see that there's flowers actually coming from them, and then you have this greenish purplish look. For the naked eye, it'll look like it's dead, but it's not dead at all. This is an actual dead stem right here. It's not growing anything. You can see it's old berries on it, meaning that we yielded from this last year. This is what you would call a Floricane. So we're going to prune this all the way back to the root, because we're not going to use it anymore, and it will never produce another berry again. All right, we're going to prune this all the way back to the root. And then for the Primocane, I'm going to just make sure that my Primocane is about 4 to 5 feet high. And then since they are so top heavy, we're going to make sure that we get some yarn, and we're going to put it on the trellis. That way it can get its strength back again, and we can lift it up and help support the growth. All right, let's do it. So since I wasn't maintaining these things, and notice they already got leaves on them, but since I wasn't maintaining these things, they got long. And the thing about blackberry bushes and shrubs, the Primocane to get long and it'll droop over. These are standalones, meaning that you don't need a trellis because they are strong enough to stand on their own. But they grow. They can get, sometimes they get up to 16 to 20 feet long, and it'll start growing over. The thing about nature is everything take root to earth. It literally took root to earth and grew another Primocane. It looks very, very green. They're starting to bud. So I cut the old one off, and I'm going to leave this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some yarn, and I'm going to tie it to this fencing and let it grow out. Man, last year we had thousands of berries. Didn't we not be? We had a bunch of berries, man.
We had berry pie.
Yep, you did have some berry. We did have some. Danny did make us some berry pie.
Some berry pie right from the garden.
These are the juiciest blackberries I've ever encountered in my entire life.
It saddens me. We were super busy last year. We was doing all these heavy major podcasts. We was lecturing at all the HBCUs around the country. We was touring. We was filming. We writing books, creating courses. So I wasn't really able to get out here and attend to my land. But this is top priority, because when everything hits the fan and we don't have no more water or food, if I ain't out here literally tending to the land and nurturing mother, because mother nurturing us, then when shit hit the fan, we ain't gonna have no food to eat. This year is a Primocane.
Okay.
That's why you see it's green and purple in it. This is a new live cane. This year is gonna give us good budding flowers and leaves, and then next year it's gonna give us actual berries.
Okay.
But we got some this year that's gonna give us berries too.
So what was this last year? What are these? Why these are still?
So this is what you call a Floricane. Last year, these gave us berries. When you look at berries, berries have this dark purple pigmentation on it. Clinically or scientifically, it's called anthocyanins. And what this melanin carbon content of anthocyanins do to the body is it brings oxygen to the bloodstream for the brain. It's heavily antioxidative, which means that it won't cause a lot of free radicals or what you would call reactive oxidative species into the body. It actually regenerates neurological functionings. It helps produces more melanin neurotransmitters. It helps connect dendrites in the brain. It cleanses the blood. It's good for libido. I mean, when you look at the berry kingdom is your neurological herb and fruit. And that's the reason why I love fruit so much. We done planted over 50 raised garden beds. We got herbs. We got a lot of stuff. We have blueberries, blackberries. What they say? You don't work, you don't what?
Eat.
Grandma used to say that all the time. But if you look at our ancestors and where our grandmas and our grandfathers came from, they came from husbandry, where they used to come out here and plant and grow their own food to eat. So now, you know, you change that analogy and you apply it to the work field today. You don't go to work, you can't make money or get a paycheck, pay your bills or to buy food. But back then, your only job was to grow your own food. So if you don't work, you don't eat, man. It's the beautiful thing about landing, though. Being self-sufficient. You know, own land, we're growing our own food. We got our own water that comes from 500 feet deep within the earth. Is actually earth water. So I don't have to pay a water bill. We got solar panels, so I ain't got to pay for electric. You see what I'm saying? I mean, everything we need is on this land. Everything we need. So we done cut out the electrical bill. We done cut out the water bill. Yes, make sure y'all go cop y'all some food grade IBC totes. You never know what's gonna happen with the water supply. Well, I get my water from the ground, so I should never have an issue. Water comes straight from the earth. It's real water. We got these all around the property. The gas bill, you don't need no gas bill because everything run off electric, but your electric run off solar panels. Your solar panels backed by solar batteries, so you don't owe nobody. Get land, put your land in the trust, be self-sustaining, self-sufficient, and become your own God. And that's basically what we're doing. We're governing ourselves on our own land that's protected, trusted into a private trust. That's how you do it, man. Me and Pops out here finna put together the bee house. About 2 weeks from now, man, I'm gonna have about 10,000 bees.
He say, who gonna fuck with them?
I'm gonna mess with them. We beekeeping, Pop.
I'm not messing with no bees. I'm sorry, man. I'm allergic to bees. I can't do the bees, man.
Check out my beekeeping note. It's my beekeeping hat, y'all. Pops think it's funny.
It is funny. Black folks don't do this kind of stuff.
Man. Aboriginals do though, Pop.
Aborigines.
I'm getting back to my original ways.
Your roots, all right.
You know what I'm saying? Beekeeping in the building.
Man.
It's supposed to be my beekeeping hat, y'all.
No, that ain't the right one.
I don't trust this, Pop.
That ain't the right one, man.
I don't trust this at all. I got a whole bee suit though.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all my smoker. I got a bee smoker, all of that. But yeah, this looks like they trying to set me up for failure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I even got a bee queen. I got a queen bee catcher, all of that. So give me 2 weeks. I'm gonna have 10,000 bees. I'm producing my own honey. So I want to show y'all something that's so beautiful. The land is full of life today. We see that the apricot trees are budding. We see that we got hundreds and hundreds of baby bees, y'all. Look at the baby bees. We got adult bees. They're cross-pollinating so they can grow these big old fruits this summer, man. This is amazing. Look at this beautiful one right there. We don't want to stop it from doing its job. Come check this one out, Bruno. Doing this amazing job in there pollinating. You see it? In there getting this pollination on, and there's hundreds of these things. And bees don't sting us no more. We beekeepers now. 10,000 bees. We got a beekeeping house and hive that we keep in the back of the shed, so we getting pretty good at working at them. But it's hundreds of bees right now cross-pollinating before we can get that fruit. Hundreds of bees are inside of the apricot tree right now, especially when you go up and they are fertilizing these trees, y'all.
Wow.
See them? Beautiful, right?
Wow.
You see all of them?
Yeah. To the top.
Now, this is our green apple tree. Whenever you see apple trees, you always have to plant a mate next to it. This one produces green and reddish apples. The other one next to it produces green apples. Last year, we probably got about a good 250 apples off of both trees. We had to prune the tree back because it had suffered from something called fire blight disease. Peace, peace, family. Peace, love, light, healer. Peace, love, light, healer. Peace to the gods, peace to the earth. Just want to show y'all. So y'all see the apples is back. They growing beautifully. They were suffering from a disease or so-called disease called fire blight. And what fire blight is, it's a bacteria. Me personally, I believe it comes from pollinators and they transfer it to leaf. And what it does is it start rotting out the actual leaf, and then it start rotting out the apples. Of course, you see these apples, they looking good. But at first, man, these things, I got 2 apple trees here, man. They was horrendous because fire blight was really killing them. So I had to prune these trees back, man. And you know, we got rid of the fire blight. Now we see new apples is coming and they looking amazing, y'all. Check out the apples, man. When you take care of nature, nature will take care of you. Which we pruned it back and we took care of that disease. We made sure we came and we cut it out. We actually sanitized our shears. We sanitized our pruners. So this is going to do very good this year and next year as well. All right, let's do it. So, you know, it's a lot of acreage on this land. We growing on 3 acres though. We're growing on 3 acres, and I'm finna invite y'all to my world. Let's show them, Nabi. Beautiful berries are ripening. They coming on in. I know my Primocane is super long. I need to trim it back. That's a dead Primocane right there, but I really didn't want to prune these back in the summer and mess up my yield. Right now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bushes of berries that grow the most juiciest, fattest, darkest berries ever. So this is the after, y'all. Everything is cleaned up. Everything is put on trellises. You're able to walk through them now. So this is how it looks once everything is cleaned up. Wait till y'all see the strawberry patch. All right, come on, let's do it.
If you had to put solar panels over here, would you be opposed to that?
Nope. We just put a fence around.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. Put it over here and just make it by probably like 15 kW, so it'll take care of the house and everything you got going on.
Let's do it up. Berries ripening, they coming on in, y'all. Beautiful berries are ripening, they coming on in. Strawberries. We have pear trees up there. We have Asian pears growing in the middle of the land. This land is very, 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 you know, fruitful, and it grows a bunch of fruits and a bunch of herbs every year. I'm responsible for a large amount of people, and if I'm the one that's providing and producing and creating and protecting, then I got to make sure that these things are protected, and I got to make sure that I'm constantly on top of things and maintaining things for me and my family can eat. And this should be every man's goal, is to grow their own, protect their own, provide, provision, produce, and to be proactive. That should be every man's goal, y'all, straight up. All right, so I want to show you my quail coop. We do got some small hens too, but it's mainly going to be used for smaller quails. And what we're going to do is we're going to use their poop for high nitrogen content. We're going to collect their poop and we're going to sit it in the compost, but we got to let it sit for a year or two to really break down into the composition to grow the food. But you know, when it comes to farming and it comes to husbandry, patience is your #1 ingredient. This is all faith. We see flower buds, we don't see no fruit, but we still pruning. We still planting compost. You see these trees naked, but we see little buds coming. So this is all faith-based. You do the work, you know what I'm saying, based off the belief. You plant the seeds, you water it, you let the sunlight hit it, and then shit grows. So even this farming is a belief system, and you got to really believe and be in tune with yourself and with nature to even do something like this, because you do not reap very quickly. You have to wait, especially if it's biennial. Biennial, you got to wait every 2 years. Perennial, you got to wait every year. But this farming teaches you integrity, it teaches you patience, it gives you all types of different characteristics you need to be a man. And this is flat out true. Come over to the hen coop. What Jay be saying, I be, nothing happened fast but a crash. Right. Nothing happened fast but a crash. So this is where the quail and the baby hen's gonna be. So this is what they're gonna be living in. Notice we got some type of creature already standing here because it's all little pieces of shit up in there. We got a bunch of wild river grapes that grow out here. purple grapes and green grapes that grow. The vines get up to 50 feet long and just hang from trees. The grapevines growing on the hen coop, and you see all the little baby grapes that was coming from the vine that wasn't able to actually mature because the grapevine fell and broke off. Check it out. The grapevine. All right, so this is the herb section. We just went through the fruit section, bottom tier where all the fruit trees and all of our different vegetables are going to be grown at. Now we walking into the actual herb area, but within inside this herb area, we do got some big old peach trees that grow some amazing peaches. Y'all look at my lamb quarter herb, y'all. It's growing in super good, man. Look at this one over here. Y'all know how much we're gonna yield off of this? Full of iron phosphate. Musk thistle. Growing completely good on here. This is a natural insulin. These are actually natural insulin. So for people that's diabetic, this is what I subscribe to you. Musk thistle. The actual root. The flowers is edible too. But you gotta eat them while they fresh though. Y'all Google that, musk thistle. Come with a bunch of insulin, natural insulin in them. Come through. So we got more raised beds to build. Them will be built by the end of the week. We're gonna put them all out here. We're gonna get some rocks going, make it look aesthetically pleasing. Yes, sir. We gotta repot these. These are some of the most fruit producing peach trees I've ever seen in my life. They budded as we speak. Peaches, peaches, oh snap. Y'all see them peaches on these trees? Looking abundant, looking amazing. Y'all see the peaches? Look at these peaches, y'all. Peaches is coming in, y'all. They coming in. And I'm excited. This is gonna be one of my favorite parts of the land. We're actually building a greenhouse right now. Big old blocks is making the retainer walls. Man, these are big ass blocks, man.
3,800 pounds a piece.
That is crazy. Right now we laying the foundation. We got the drainage system in. We laying the rock. Then we coming back through tomorrow and pouring the concrete. Let's show them what it look like. The greenhouse is 18 feet by 34 feet. It's 15 feet high. It got its own heating, its own cooling. I mean, it's an amazing greenhouse. I really spent a lot of money on it. We laying the foundation and pouring the concrete, and we getting everything ready for it. And then we're gonna build it up, man. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna probably take another month or two before it can be completely done. But after it's done, we don't have to worry about, you know, seasons, because we get to create our own climate and grow year round. So I'm very, very excited about that. Greenhouse foundation set. Yeah, a bunch of dandelion leaf, ma. Look at that. Fire. Set. Of course, you got the greenhouse material right there. Ma'am, we gonna grow our herbs in there, mama. We growing all herbs in that section. The greenhouse foundation is set. Oh, here go half of the greenhouse. We gotta get the rest of the stuff though. We finna start building on that this week. So y'all see the finished product probably like in a week or two. All right, y'all, framing is up. Framing is up. More IBC totes. It's going down, baby. framing structure is up. This is gonna be a big old greenhouse, man. I'm excited. Yes, sir. All praise to the Most High. We got thousands and thousands of episodes and hours to film. I'm not finna show y'all everything on one trip, but there's more to come. Y'all get to do this journey with us. We all learning together. Look, get out here, get you some land, be self-sufficient, self-sustaining, become God of your own flesh, y'all. Peace.